好，我给大伙演示一下钢尺子采集。在新冠肺炎病例钢尺子采集时，请大家主要2级防护。我这是为了演示，所以穿这个1级。然后采钢尺子的时候，拿咱们这个病毒采样管，然后先主病人找一个合适的位置做一个支撑，然后把双腿岔开，然后告诉他一些注意事项，告诉他放松，然后咱们开始采集。采集的时候让他放松，然后用咱们这个就采烟柿子这个烟柿子棉签儿，然后让它捅进肛门，捅进去之后2-3厘米，然后转3圈，然后拿出来看有没有颜色改变，有的话插到咱们这管里，插到管里以后贴码送检就行了。然后送检的标准规范，生物安全要求同烟柿子。
结束了。
啊。
Okay, so what the heck did we just watch there? What was that? As you can see in the video, there's a doctor, obviously Chinese. He's speaking mainland Chinese Mandarin, not from Taiwan or other parts of China. This is the standard mainland accent. And you can see he's pulling down the trousers of this dummy who's bent over. And it almost looks like maybe he's in an airport or a hospital. We're not really sure. Then he goes ahead and pulls out a swab. It almost looks like a Q-tip, the ones you use to, clean out your ears. And he goes in and he inserts it about 2 to 3 centimeters inside the dummy's anus, right in the hole. And in Chinese, he says, turn it 2 to 3 times and insert it 2 to 3 centimeters. And he says, when he pulls it out, he says, if the color changes, then you're good. And then he continues to put the swab inside the flask or the container, and he breaks the stick so the sample is stuck there. And in the beginning, he is talking about the coronavirus, and he is talking about something along those lines. I didn't fully understand. I'm sorry about that. So that's what you saw. And you might be wondering how I got this video. Well, it was actually shared in a teacher's group. In China, in WeChat, everyone has these groups. They could be for work, they could be for your friends. Anyone can open a group and anyone can join the group, but sometimes you have to be invited to join groups. So I got this video in a group and the teachers were kind of freaking out a little bit. They had been sharing articles about these anal swabs, and then this video came out and we're just like, oh my God, are we gonna get anal swabbed if we try to travel during the holidays? Because as you might have known, 3 weeks ago, Chinese New Year started. And of course, that's the biggest travel holiday for all mainland Chinese people, and also for all the people that work in China as teachers. So if you're a foreigner and you're a teacher, Chinese New Year's is one of the best times to travel because you get about a month off. Some people get 2 weeks. And so if you work anywhere in Southeast Asia or even in Europe, you're going to notice there's just a huge flood of Chinese tourists in the month of January to February. Or you might notice there's a huge surge of annoying foreigners, like annoying Australians or Americans or Canadians. I'm just kidding. We're all very nice, right? All of us foreign teachers are great. But this year, because the Chinese CDC was worried about a second outbreak, they're putting out a lot of guidelines that you shouldn't really leave your city or you shouldn't really leave your province. However, it wasn't against the law. Like if you did travel, nothing would happen. In fact, I actually traveled and you can see my videos. I went to Hainan and there was absolutely no problem. But the government absolutely, of course, wanted to slow down the travel. If 1.4 billion people all travel during this period, where there could potentially be a second outbreak, that would be devastating to the healthcare system and, just to the general health of the public. So when this video was shared in the teacher group, the foreign teachers were worried, to say the least. They're like, oh my God, I'm so scared of traveling because I don't want a random doctor to shove a swab up my ass, twirl it a few times, and then get a sample of what I ate for lunch. So, in fact, a lot of the teachers at my school did not travel. They didn't even leave the city. They were in the city for the entire month. I did travel, and I traveled because I didn't really believe that this video was evidence that this is what was happening, nationwide. I didn't even know if it was real. It looked kind of fake. It looked silly and not professional, not standardized at all. So my question to you is, do you think this video is fake or not? This is a question I actually asked a bunch of Chinese people, maybe about 5 or 6. And when I showed this to one of my friends, she just laughed her ass off. Like she just thought it was so fake. It was so funny. And as soon as I showed it to her, she just laughed like uncontrollably. So that's interesting. It's interesting that Chinese people are actually quite media savvy. They don't believe anything they see, unlike us Westerners that believe a lot. I mean, I'm not saying all Westerners believe online stuff, but they believe a lot, right? I mean, you all have friends that have shared stupid videos believing it's real. Chinese people, no, they don't really trust the media, contrary to what a lot of people think. A lot of people think Chinese people just believe anything they see. No, they don't. And then I showed it to another group of Chinese people. And luckily, one guy, he's doing a PhD in some kind of medical science. So he works in a hospital, and he said that this video might have just been a training procedural video for those people that have COVID in their intestinal tract. So there's actually some people that have COVID symptoms, like they have the headache or something like that, some kind of sickness, but they're not getting any evidence from oral swab. So they do the oral swab, it comes out negative, and they're like, okay, wait, but I think I might have COVID. Well, if COVID is actually residing in your intestinal tract, then the anal swab would actually make sense because the virus is in that region, so you got to kind of swab that region. It's up to you to decide, but I believe that this video is probably, because I did talk to that PhD student, it's probably an instructional video for doctors that have to do the anal swab for those people that are experiencing COVID but not exhibiting any symptoms in the respiratory areas. They're exhibiting like bowel discomfort. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Here, this is a little slice of silly China life. If you think it was really funny, go ahead and share it with your friends and prank them and pretend and say, oh yeah, China's doing anal swabs, and just see if they believe you. It's a funny little prank. Anyways, guys, if you do like my videos, please do like and subscribe, and make sure to actually bookmark my channel in your browser or save the URL onto your phone, because YouTube actually does delete my subs sometimes. I know it's super weird. I don't know why they do it, but they do. Save the page link onto your phone screen, because there is a chance that YouTube will delete you, and you want to be able to find my videos because you get funny stuff like this. Peace and love, guys.